Coming to you live from Sheboygan County and Plymouth, the beautiful area of Plymouth. You know what? Let's go downtown. We'll drive through downtown. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Yogi here. Doing all right. I hope you're doing all right. I wanted to come on today and talk about a couple of things. Number one, the channel. I've been looking at analytics recently, and I am uploading at possibly the worst time you can upload during the week. As you are aware, I have an episode coming out today at 5 o'clock, Abandoned Wisconsin. Some pretty cool abandoned on this one, so check it out if you can. The analytics show that Mondays at 5 p.m., not a good time. Not a good time. So, this abandoned episode, this abandoned Wisconsin episode will be the last episode that I upload on Mondays at 5. I'm going to start uploading Saturdays. Saturdays at probably like around 10 a.m. So Saturdays at 10 a.m. after this episode is going to be the new upload schedule for just plain old YouTube videos. The members only episodes are not changing. They're going to stay at 7. No, not 7. At 5 p.m. on Thursdays. Everything's a mess. So after today's episode, there will be an episode Saturday at, I'm shooting for like 10 a.m. So I'm going to do Saturdays at 10 a.m. for episodes going forward, because Mondays at 5, just not a good day. You're coming off the weekend, it's dinner time, and I'm looking at the analytics, I'm going, man, I'm uploading at probably the worst possible time I can during the week. And so, yeah, I just thought I'd bring that to your attention, that after Abandoned Wisconsin, which is going to be today's episode, the schedule will change to Saturdays, probably 10 a.m. Let's go. Let's turn this around real quick. I want to show you downtown Plymouth. I have filmed before, but I just want you to see downtown Plymouth here, because it's pretty. They got a lot of murals and stuff. I gotta fix my camera a little bit. Sorry about that. But it is the cheese capital. At least they call themselves the cheese capital. There's the sign right there. Cheese capital, Plymouth, Wisconsin of the world. I have done an episode here a couple of years back, but it's really nice, really neat downtown area here. Older buildings, lots of murals on the sides of the buildings. If you want to check that episode out, it's back in my playlist a couple of years. Just type in Plymouth for the search on my channel and you'll see it. But yeah, this is downtown Plymouth, and not filming here today. I am out filming. I'm just kind of meandering my way to where I have to go. Oh, that's a different gas station. Oh, no, that's closed now. Oh, okay. That gas station. See, there's lots of cool murals down here and lots of Cream City brick, older buildings. Really cool. Oh, they got that road blocked off. Oh, okay. So, yeah, the schedule is changing after today. I will be uploading now on Saturdays, 10 o'clock, and then the Thursday members only, that's not changing whatsoever. I would like to give a shout out to the YouTube members. Eclectic Empath, she's been a member for quite a while. Thank you for your support. And the Traveling Whitcombs, thank you for your support as well. I appreciate you both for becoming members on the channel. You can become a member on this channel too if you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member on YouTube. There's different tiers, different prices. You can also give out a super chat if you just want to give like a one-time shout out and say thank you for what you do, Yogi. You can also do a super chat. I am in the process of starting up a Buy Me a Coffee, which is kind of like a super chat where you don't have to be a monthly member. You could just buy me a coffee. That's what it means. Buy me a coffee. Throw a couple bucks here or there. Like a trip jar, if you will. So that's happening, and I've gotten some feedback about my last video, which I wanted to talk about. the Uber thing. I know my channel is Road Trips with Yogi. I know that people generally don't care for the Uber stuff and the DoorDash stuff, but I wanted to make a point, especially with Uber, that the insanity of these deliveries, and that's something that, you know, I got some flack for. Again, people want to see road trips, they want to see abandoned, they want to see, you know, the other stuff I do, the small towns in Wisconsin, and I get that, but I just wanted to put out there and just show you what I think, in my opinion, as somebody who does that for a living, Uber and DoorDash, that it's kind of insane, the items that we are taking as package deliveries, and that we are being told are package deliveries, but they're not. They're grocery deliveries. You could be taking anything. I mean, really, I have to take a bag of Lifesavers gummies 20 miles to drop off when there's a Walmart 4 miles away? You know, it doesn't make sense. So I get people don't like those videos. You know, if that's not your cup of tea, that's fine. I don't expect a lot of people to watch those videos. I may do some more down the road, because just to show you folks, again, if you're not doing this stuff, it doesn't concern you, and you're just kind of like, why is he doing this? Well, just to show you, in my opinion, what the insanity is of taking these offers. And it's frustrating when you're trying to do the, you know, to take these deliveries, and you're looking at these items and you're like, really, somebody can't just go out of there? I mean, that Lifesavers gummy order that I took was like 20 miles, and I had to drop it off at an apartment building that had like a Target nearby, a Walmart nearby. You know, these it's like, I guess I'm just kind of shocked and sad at how reliable people have become nowadays on other people to do things that in the past, at least for me, we used to do. You know, if I wanted a bag of gummies or something, I would go walk a block or 2 or 10 and go get them. But now everything's been made so easy for everybody to just not ever have to leave their house anymore. And just, you can't tell me that we are so busy in our lives that we can't go to the store anymore. That with all the technology and how much easier everything is nowadays, we can't just go get restaurant food anymore. We can't go get groceries anymore. I mean, the stuff that I buy, the stuff that I shop for, and the orders they send us is becoming more and more shocking, in my opinion. I mean, I'm picking up orders to shop for sex toys. I'm picking up orders to go to the dispensary and get pot for people. And both of those, the pot one I don't do. And I think I mentioned it on my last live one. I won't be your drug dealer. I won't go, you know, be your distributor and go pick up your pot for you and drop it off. I will decline that order 100% of the time. The other thing I won't do is I won't pick up pills for you to end your, you know, pregnancy. I will not do that. I'm sorry. I have morals when it comes to stuff like that, and some people might be turned off by that. Hey, let's go past Johnsonville. See the Johnsonville Brat Factory. Again, folks, if you're just tuning in, I am meandering. I did do a channel update. I am now going to upload my videos after today on Saturdays, 10 a.m. That's when there will be an episode this week on Saturday. So today is going to be the Wisconsin Abandoned Wisconsin one, and then the members only is not changing. That is uploading still on Thursdays, but then Saturday there will be another episode. I do have a bunch of episodes filmed ahead. that I did a big editing thing over the weekend where I edited a bunch of episodes. I got some abandoned stuff coming up, a lot of small towns, smaller cities. For example, Watertown. I think Watertown is going to be the Saturday episode, which is a really cool area. They have an Octagon house there that I stopped by. They weren't open, so I wasn't able to film the inside. I peeked through the windows trying to show you what I could. But there's that coming up, and then I've got like a Burlington episode coming up, and some smaller areas. A food review of a place that I stopped at in Burlington. Yeah, other than that, I lost track of what I was going to say. Yeah, the schedule was one thing. The Uber stuff and the DoorDash videos, you know, I might upload one of those every once in a while, and I get it, people aren't interested in that, but I want you folks to see what I consider to be as insane. When I'm picking up stuff and delivering it to other counties, and I'm passing other Walmarts, you're going to tell me that Walmart doesn't have a bag of Lifesavers gummies? You're going to tell me that Walmart doesn't have water? You're going to tell me the Walmart that's 2 miles away, as opposed to the 20 that I'm bringing it, doesn't have, you know, any of these items? I don't understand why Uber and DoorDash, not DoorDash, but Uber and Walmart are doing that. I don't know if they have like certain Walmarts that they use as like hubs. They don't tell us anything. And I also don't like the fact that they're putting stuff in regular Walmart bags now instead of packages. Oh, excuse me. Road fart. Here comes another one. Oh, excuse me. One more. Oh, sorry. So anyways, yeah, I don't like the fact that we're dropping stuff off now in just regular Walmart bags that are see-through. So, you know, instead of those white bags that you would get Walmart stuff in, the majority of these bags now are being dropped off in regular plastic, and I don't like that because they're see-through. And when you're putting something on a door, then if somebody looks at it and says, "Hey, that looks pretty interesting," I think it's in one of those white bags. You don't know what's in it, you know. But I just don't understand why these apps are doing what they're doing and Walmart's doing what they're doing, and it's frustrating. It can be frustrating. I mean, I've mentioned this before. I had to take one box of noodles 21 miles, and I dropped it off at an apartment building, and on the other side of the fence of that apartment building, a Walmart. I mean, the people just, this is what I mean by, I hate to use the word lazy, but this is what I mean. I mean, in their defense, I don't know what kind of person I was delivering to. They could be elderly, they could have health issues, I don't know. But if they don't, you couldn't get out of your apartment building and walk a half a block to go get that macaroni yourself, or have somebody come from that store to drop it off. Throw it over the fence. It's like right there. Throw it over the fence. Yeah, it just makes no sense to me why I had to bring that 21 miles when there was a Walmart literally on the other side of the fence of the apartment building that I was dropping it off from. So enough of that. If anybody wants to comment below. I'll try to talk to you. I appreciate you. I did put out a call to see if anybody was interested that are Wisconsin vloggers, if they wanted to hook up and do like a collaboration at some point this year, and there were 2 responses. One said yes, one said no. I probably should have did it differently and just said, if anybody wants to contact me to do a collaboration, here's my email address through YouTube. Give me a jingle, and we'll, you know, a jingle. Send me an email, and we'll get the ball rolling on that. You know, I want to hook up with other people that are creators in Wisconsin, and see how they do things, and see how they, feel about doing a collaboration with somebody else. I think it would be fun, actually. So we're coming into Johnsonville real quick. The bratwurst capital, Johnsonville. All it is the brat. Well, there's some houses, and then there's the factory that makes the brats. They have a store, and I did an episode on it. Ironically, the store, there's a Johnsonville sign right there. That's part of the factory right there. On the right, that's the factory, Johnsonville Brats. Johnsonville Riverside Plant, smoked sausage plant. There's a bar, and there's a fire department. Other than that, there's not a whole lot here in Johnsonville. I mean, the main thing is the brat, the sausage factory. I was saying before, they have a store. I don't know if it's open now during the winter. It might not be. But they have a store over there on the other side of the plant. But the weird thing is they don't sell brats. You would think they would have like a little grill area where they would serve their products, but they don't. So I'm going to stop by there and see if it's still there. There's this big sign, how they had that big sign in Philadelphia that says Love, L-O, and then V-E underneath. Well, here it says Brat, B-R, and then A-T underneath. So we'll swing by there real quick and see what they have, if they're even open. I don't know. It's 10 o'clock right now. Well, 9:59 to be technical, but it's close enough to 10 o'clock. What else is going on? My car is an older car. It's a 2016 Jeep Compass, and within the last 2 months, I've had tires put on, I've had brakes put on. Now, when you're doing delivery service, you're doing stuff a lot faster. You're getting oil changes every month and a half, 2 months. Tires, I had to put tires on last year and then put them on again in 2024. Late 2024, I had tires put on my car. Then I had to have them put on my car this past December. So yeah, the tire wear is just insane. You're getting tires every year on this. Oh yeah, there's the broad sign up ahead on the left. We'll pull in there. I don't even know if they're open today because it's a Monday. Usually everything's closed on Mondays. But my car, that's another thing that's going on right now. I have an older car. I have mileage-wise, I have 269,180 miles on this car. And now I've always been having issues with like tie rods and control arms, and times I've had to get that changed. There's the broad sign. Johnsonville Marketplace. I think they're open. There's just merch and like barbecue sauces. Like I said, I did an episode on that a couple years ago. If you want to check it out, just type in Johnsonville in the search below. I don't know if you hear that, but there's this sound coming from when I turn on my car. Now, roads here in Wisconsin are pretty bad during the winter. There's that Brat sign right there, straight ahead. Let me zoom in a little bit. Brat. There it is, Brat. Yeah, it's a nice little area, little park type area here with the Brat sign, your photo op. Ooh, what did I just do? I keep zooming in. Stop it. Yeah, I'm having all sorts of sounds coming from under my car. I think it's probably tie rod issues again, probably control arm issues again. And I think it's time. I'm still going to use this car to do door dashing and Ubering, but I think it's time to get a different vehicle for road tripping and other use. What we'll probably do is we'll get another car. My wife has a Honda CR-V, so we'll probably get a different car. She could drive that one, and then I'll just start piling the miles on the CR-V because we don't want to pile the miles on the new car. So that's something that's going to be happening down the road. I'd like to get something bigger, so if I need to, I can do stealth camping, Just, hop in my car and test out my, like I've said before, people know that I have anxiety and suffer from panic attacks and things like that. And I haven't really done a long hours road trip away from my house alone. And that's one of my big goals for this year, is to do that. And there's a neat little church on the left coming up here. So I would like to do that. That's my goal this year, is to get out of my comfort zone, do it anyway, get that, even if it's like a 3-4 mile trip, 3-4 hour trip up north. There's a place where I'd like to go called Little Bohemia. It's up in Mantowish Waters, and it's a scene where John Dillinger had a shootout with the FBI. And I've been to that place before, but I haven't covered it on my channel. So that's something I'd like to do. I'd like to go up to Peshtigo and talk about the Great Peshtigo Fire, which just to have happened during the same time as the Great Chicago Fire. That's a really nice looking church. Look at that. It's United Church of Christ. Nice church. So anyways, I would just like to, that's one of my big goals, is to get that done this year. And I'm going to try. It's really, it's difficult. If you have anxiety, if you suffer from generalized anxiety disorder, GAD, you know what it's like. Everything's kind of a doomsday scenario. Your brain's telling me the worst of the worst is going to happen if you go do something. Oh, you better not get in your car and drive there. Something bad's going to happen. But I do it anyway. It's called Doing It Anyway. It's something I follow. There's 2 podcasts that I listen to. So if anybody is listening and you have anxiety issues, I listen to one called The Anxious Truth with Drew Linsalata, and then I listen to one called Disordered with Drew Linsalata and Joshua Fletcher. One comes out every other Wednesday, The Anxious Truth, and then every Friday is Disordered. You can get the podcasts wherever you get podcasts. But that helps deal with the anxiety. And, it's hard to break that comfort zone, because before I had anxiety, I never had a problem getting in my car and going anywhere. I mean, I would drive down to Atlanta to help my friend Randy out and his wife Heather, and that actually opened up my mind. I was pretty much a Wisconsin person until I started going down to Atlanta, and it opened up my world, and just all I saw was, hey, there's all this cool stuff outside of Wisconsin. And then eventually I started flying with my family. We took a vacation to San Diego one year. We flew to Arizona one year to see a Brewer preseason game, and we stayed in Tucson, and then we went to Tombstone. But that was all before my channel. I wish I would have been vlogging then so I could have filmed it. I would love to get back to those places again, but I'm hoping to at some point. Ooh, there's a nice old barn right there on the right. Yeah. The road's less traveled, folks. That's where you find these gems. Other than that, like I said before, anybody who's watching, thank you for stopping by for the live. If you want to comment, I'll try to read your comments. Other than that, I'm just kind of winding my way up to where I'm planning on filming today. Get some more episodes in, because I only film on one day a week. I'm pretty sure you know that. It's a Monday. I can't, I'm usually working the rest of the week, and I don't generate enough income through YouTube or Patreon or YouTube memberships to be able to do this full time. So you got to make money. And as far as anybody who's wondering, why are you still doing Uber and DoorDash? folks, I've been trying to, I've got resumes out there. It is slim pickings and then some trying to find employment right now. I actually have a former coworker that I used to work with who I keep in touch with, and she's put out resumes, and she's having a hard time finding anything right now as well. So it's kind of hard for a guy in his upper 50s to find something right now. And I want to keep trying. I keep putting resumes out, but they either respond back to you with, form letters saying they've decided to move on, or the one that really gets me is like I'm on Indeed, and all of a sudden I'll go on there and I'll log on and I'll see that there's a message from somebody saying, we're reviewing your application. If you have any questions, please let us know. So generally I'll ask a question, and pertaining to the job or something, and then you don't hear back from them. It's like, well, why did you ask me if I had any questions to contact you? There was one where it didn't say if it was a Monday through Friday job, what the hours were, and I just sent them a question saying, yeah, I'd like to know if it's a Monday through Friday job, what are the hours, and no response. And every single one that I've done that to, they never follow up. It's like, well, then why send that? It's like, what are you doing? Welcome to the town of Sheboygan. Okay, we're in the town of Sheboygan now. Sheboygan. So it's pretty chilly out today. It's 18 degrees. Last Monday when I was filming, it was 60, what was it, like 65 when I was down in the Burlington area filming. Oh, what a difference a week makes. But it could be worse. We could be in the eastern part of the country right now where they are getting hammered. I was watching a couple channels this morning. I was watching Ryan Hall, y'all, and then I was watching Max Velocity, just kind of going back and forth, seeing what they were, and man, they are getting hammered. So thoughts and prayers to the people up in Rhode Island, New York, Massachusetts. They are getting hammered right now. So keep them in your thoughts and prayers, folks. What else did I want to talk about? I've probably talked about this before as well. I've had a couple people ask me why I don't seem more jovial, more smiley, more why don't you look happier? It's not that I'm not happy, folks. I guess I have what you call RBS or RBF, resting blank face. I don't know. It's not that if I come across as looking like a curmudgeon-y old man, I'm not. I'm generally a fun-loving jokester. Ask people who know me. We all have our good days and our bad days. I'll tell you what. Since my first anxiety/panic attack in 2020, it's changed me a little bit. It's made things a little bit harder to do as far as being. I don't want to say being happy, but the thing about anxiety, folks, is, like I said earlier, your mind you're always scanning your body for the next issue or the next pain or the next and then you have thoughts, and they're not good thoughts. They're thoughts about, okay, if I get up to go to the bathroom during the night, am I going to collapse? And it's crazy stuff like that. It's like this little switch in your amygdala said, this is what we're going to do with you now. We're going to mess with you. We hope you like it. Have fun. Well, it's not. It's not fun. But I tried to... I just got a bunch of messages. Hold on. Let me pull into this. I'm actually in Sheboygan. Let me go turn into this Quick Trip here. Quick Trip. The sign's gone. how much is gas here? $2.52. All right, let me stop here real quick and try to pull up these messages. I saw a couple folks. I don't want to blow you off. If I'm driving, it's a little bit harder. Let me put on my glasses and take a quick look-see here. Okay, so Sue Yogi. Who's Sue Yogi? Wait a minute. Hey, Randy, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. And me, what? I'm trying. And me fire? And my, oh yeah, there's fires, yeah. There's also, yeah, there's a big one in Georgia, and right by the oh, where is it? By the just north of Jacksonville, southern Georgia. There's a big forest fire or grass fire. As far as the, I didn't know there was one in Michigan. You have my sympathy as a naturally stoic person. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Mind of went away. You comment a lot on my stuff, and I appreciate that. Mind Road Trip. I believe you're in Wisconsin as well. Mind Road Trip. So check out his channel, her channel. I'm not sure who it is, but yeah, I'm just kind of meandering my way northward. Randy, the guy who just I mentioned in the comment, he is the gentleman who I've known since we were teenagers, and kind of went our own separate ways for quite a while, and reconnected on Facebook. And he's the guy who I went and worked for in the Atlanta area in 2013, 2014, and I believe 2016 is, yeah, 2016 as well. So great guy. Was glad to reconnect with him and his wife Heather. She's awesome too, and the kittens. Can't forget the kittens. So I'm planning on heading north of Sheboygan. I'm in Sheboygan right now, or on the outskirts of Sheboygan, but I'm heading north. There's a couple of things that I want to check out and do some filming of. And yeah, other than that, I think that's all I got, folks. Unless you got any questions down below that I can try to answer for you. When I do my road tripping, I don't really have a path. I really don't. If I want to get down and film something farther away, I'll jump on the freeway. But on a day like today, it's just cold, it's gray, it's blah. I'm actually right by I-43. It's to the left of me. And I'm just like, I don't feel like taking the freeway today, so I'll just meander my way up north, and when I get there, I get there. I left my house about an hour and a half ago. I've gone 46.5 miles. And this is what my Mondays generally are. Just hopping in the car and doing some filming. Time for a sip of Diet Coke. I'm going to take a second here. I'm sorry, Coke Zero. Ooh, roadkill. As far as plans go for this summer, I really don't have anything set in stone. One of my big things I would love to do this year being the centennial of the Route 66. I would love nothing more to be able to cover that. But it all comes down to funds, and I don't know. I've done pretty much all of Illinois Route 66. I've done some of Missouri, all of Kansas, and from Tulsa to the Kansas state line. I've done Route 66. I haven't done anything west of that, and that's something I would really love to do. I just saw a comment. I'll pull it up in a second. That's something I'd really love to do. SLP slip. It went away again. I'm sorry. I know it was Mind Road Trip. I don't know exactly what you said. Yeah, so Route 66 is something that I would love to do this year. I generally have my ex-partner in crime, Chuckles, my sister, we aren't on speaking terms as of right now. It's too bad. It's too bad that it's got to come to that. She's the only sibling I have left in our family. She means the world to me, and I love her to death. But she's got some things she needs to sort out, and hopefully she will. And we can get back to being brother and sister again. Her and I ran the Appleton Haunted History and Mystery Tour for the last 6 years, and I will not be a part of that from this point forward. So I will no longer be doing those tours, which frees up my weekends on for the Halloween season to do more Halloween stuff. But here's Whistling Straits. We're in Haven. Ooh, there's a nice church over there too. I wish her the best. I love her, and I hope we can at some point get to reconcile. The door's open, sister. If you're watching this, the door's open. All you got to do is reach out to me. Other than that, yeah, it was a rough Christmas because of what happened there. But you know, I love her, and I think there's some health issues there that she needs to deal with. She's been through a lot, and I tried to be very supportive. And yeah, I guess I'll just, not to dive too personal, but that's been on my mind, weighing heavily on my mind the last couple of months, because this all went down early December. So it was kind of tough not seeing her for Christmas, not talking to her. Again, she's the only sibling I have left in the family, so yeah, I just hope things can I hope fences can be mended. So we'll see. Sorry folks, getting a little melancholy there. I'd love nothing more than to do a road trip with her, but unfortunately it is what it is, and I'll just leave it there. So, what are we at for time? We are at 39 minutes and 12 seconds. I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover, folks. I was hoping to find a couple abandoned properties while we were driving so I could show them to you, but I haven't found anything yet. Today's episode, there was one stretch of area, one stretch of road that was like a mile, and it was outside of Hustisford, Wisconsin. And, you know, I just happened to turn on this road, just kind of winding my way to Watertown, because that's where I wanted to film that town. or city. It's a city, actually. And there was a couple other things I wanted to do. So we are in Manitowoc County now. All right, entering Manitowoc County. Manitowoc. Charlie Barron's. Manitowoc Minute. So yeah, I was on this road and I'm driving, and all of a sudden I come across, just within a mile, two houses next to each other, and then one down the road a little bit. And the second one that I show you is just it's actually part of the thumbnail. It's an amazing building, really cool looking old farmhouse. And then I stopped at I stopped in a small town called Concord, which actually has pretty interesting history. For a little area. I mean, there wasn't much. It's in Jefferson County, and there wasn't much to show you as far as like a downtown area or anything. I still tried to do the demographics and notable people and stuff like that, but there was a really interesting thing that happened. Where are we? Is this Cleveland? This may be Cleveland. I have filmed Cleveland before. I have folks, again, I have 700 episodes or close to 700 episodes on my channel. Yeah, we're in Cleveland now. All sorts of stuff on there. Route 66, Florida, Louisiana, Texas, Galveston, Tennessee, Buc-ee's, lots of Buc-ee's. They're actually supposed to be opening up a Buc-ee's here in Wisconsin, but I don't know if it's going to happen where it was supposed to happen just outside of Madison, but I guess there's an issue with getting, I don't know, something with the state about fixing the interstates and the on-off ramps to make it doable. And then I guess there's supposed to be one in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, which is just south of Milwaukee. Sounds to me like the Oak Creek one's going to happen before, if the one by Madison even does. But it'll be cool to have a Buc-ee's up here in Wisconsin. Yeah, I got a ton of stuff. I mean, paranormal, if you like paranormal stuff, I got that on the channel. I've got lots and lots of small towns in Wisconsin and anywhere else I could film that I had time to film. Dartland Park, or Dairyland Park. Dartland. Big difference. Ay, caramba. Dollar General. Oh boy. I worked at Dollar General for 5 days. Back in October. That was it. It only took 5 days. And I was kind of I was happy to have a different job, but then after 5 days, I was like, no, this ain't working. It's nice to know when you work, and they would never tell me, there was no schedule. I would have to call them every morning and say, hey, am I working today? And then nobody would show up. It's like my third day running the store by myself. And nobody would show up to help. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is right for me. The pay wasn't that great, and I was just like, forget about it. I always had the DoorDash and Uber fallback on, so lesson learned. Oh, let's see. Yeah, there's I-43 to the left. We're going to be going under I-43 and to the west. I have no idea where this road goes. I'm just following it. Hopefully it'll take me up to where I'm heading. I don't want to give away any spoilers. Sorry about that. But other than that, like I said, I've got some, anybody who just logged on, hello, welcome. There's been a channel change to the channel. I'm going to be uploading videos now on Saturdays at 10 a.m. instead of Mondays. the episode tonight, The Abandoned Wisconsin, that'll still upload at 7. And then there'll be an episode Thursdays for members only. That's not changing. But then Saturday, we'll start the new schedule. So there will be an episode Saturday. And I believe it's going to be Watertown and the Octagon House. So I think that'll be the episode on Saturday. Other than that, I've got some more small town stuff. Oh, I have decided to start doing something a little different on the channel. Rustic roads. We have a plethora of rustic roads in Wisconsin, and I thought it would be kind of interesting because a lot of them are around southeastern Wisconsin. So I thought it would be kind of interesting to just film a rustic road, see what's on that rustic road. So I have an inaugural episode of that coming out. Now, just a heads up on that. When I filmed it, I basically just filmed it through the windshield point of view. I did not film like from the windows, the driver's side, or the passenger side. I just did one complete section of rustic road with music. There's not much talking at all except for me at the beginning. I added some music and pretty much, I don't think I did a whole lot of editing at all. Uh-oh, slow, rough road ahead. That is the last thing I need with this car. So we will not take that road. I don't want to be stuck out in the middle of nowhere and my chassis just drops, and so we will go this way instead. I'm pretty close to Lake Michigan. I don't know how close I am. I guess we will find out, though. I'd like to come across some abandoned for you. I'm not seeing anything. Kind of surprising. And I think we're right up by the lake now. I think the lake is just on the other side of this road. Squeak, squeak. Oh yeah, there's Lake Michigan right there. Ooh, that's a nice looking house right there. Overlooking beautiful Lake Michigan. All right. Yeah, I got some serious, something's going on under my car. Probably from hitting so many potholes and things that, excuse me, things of that nature. These roads up here. You got hot, you got cold. Let's see. I think this takes me into Manitowoc, actually. No abandoned. What's going on? My friend Randy watched one of my older episodes that I filmed about concert ticket stubs, because I did an episode. It was like a 2-part episode. I had saved some, probably half of my concert ticket stubs, and I thought, you know, I did it during the winter, I think, and it was really cold that day, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go through my ticket stubs and just try to reminisce about about the concerts I went to. There's some old farm buildings right there. Here, let's take the phone out here. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. Nice old farm. Oh, car coming. Car coming up quickly. Gotta go. Gotta go. So anyways, I did a couple episodes talking about these concert ticket subs that I had left, and Randy and I went to a bunch of them when we were younger together. So it was fun kind of reminiscing about those. Saw a lot of concerts, man. I mean, there was, at one point, I was going to probably a concert a weekend back in like 86, 87. One of the best concerts I ever saw, well, as far as like where I sat, was Ozzy and Metallica. Ozzy was touring for The Ultimate Sin. Metallica was opening. 1986. It was Alpine Valley Music Theater. We had third row, and we were right by Cliff Burton. And then like 2 months later, he died in that bus accident. Man, that was a great concert. Probably the best seats. Oh, I had really good seats for Boston too. I saw Boston at Alpine Valley. They did like a 3 or 4 day run back in, I think it was 87 during Third Stage, that album when it came out. And we had like probably like 7th or 8th row, but we were off to the right side of the stage. Those were some great shows. Saw some good ones, saw some clunkers. I remember going to see a concert called Clash of the Titans. Like, man, I can't remember who it was. Skid Row, Slayer, Megadeth, maybe Alice in Chains was on that too. But it was Memorial Day weekend, and it was like 40 degrees that day. It was just awful. We were kind of like just like, why are we here? And then we went to I went and saw well, I didn't go see them. This was back in my drinking days. We went to the intention was to go see Def Leppard for their Hysteria tour. They were at Alpine Valley, but we never made it in. I was a complete drunken idiot back in those days, and I recently celebrated 30 years of sobriety, so you know, I try not to think about those days too much, but when I do, it's like, you are a complete total ass. You know that? And yeah, I was. I burned a lot of bridges back in my drinking days, and you know, it's too bad. But you know, luckily for me, I was one and done and was able to go to treatment and get sober, and not fall back into that trap again. For me, you know, there's people that I'll see every once in a while. They'll be like, just have a beer, just have one beer. No, you don't understand. I can't just have one, because I'll have 2, I'll have 3, I'll have 10, and I just didn't. And my wife and I, we had both grown up in alcoholic households and divorces, and just not the best of childhoods, to be honest with you. And we didn't want that for our kids. So, and I was a drunk back when I met my wife, and she had already left me once, and then I told her I would change my ways, blah blah blah, this and that. We moved in together again, and right back to it I went. And she was, honestly, she was on the she was getting ready to call my sister and say, you know, I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna have to leave again. And I went out that night with my brother, and we got into it. We got into a fist fight, and this was down in St. Francis. My brother lived down in St. Francis, which is pretty close to Lake Michigan. I lived way out in Franklin, which was it was about 10, 15 miles away. And somehow that night, by the grace of God, I drove home by myself, and I made it. I did not get pulled over. I didn't crash my car, get into an accident, or nothing like that. I made it home. The next morning I called in at work and I said, guys, I have to get help. I have a problem. And my wife took me to a place, it was called Charter Rehabilitation. I believe it's called Rogers now. And went into inpatient. And thankfully, my dad had gotten sober in the last years of his life. So I like to think that he maybe had something to do with the fact that he kept me safe on my way home. I had some kind of intervention, divine intervention, call it what you will. And I honestly think he was there to help me out. And so 30 years ago in December, the end of December, and you know, back in the day when I was drinking, when I first stopped drinking, I was in we were a band that was doing pretty well in the Milwaukee area. We were nominated for a Whammy Award, which was a Wisconsin Area Music Award, Wisconsin Area Music Industry Award, and we didn't win, but you know, we were playing some pretty good shows. We opened up for we were supposed to open up for this band from Sweden called Drain, STH, but they ended up canceling. We were supposed to open up for them at the Eagles, the Rave, and we still played, but it was other bands that were playing as well. So we still did our set, kind of lengthened them out a little bit. You know, I got a bunch of those shows on that I burned off of VHS to DVD of these bands I was in. The band I was in the 90s, it was called Cyanide Ester. And I gotta watch those just to see, because I had long hair and yeah, you know, that was a long time ago. But I had a strong support system because two of the guys in that band were recovering as well. And, you know, they had told me when I was drinking in the band and stuff, you know, dude, get your crap together. Or, you know, the guitar player at one point even said, you do what you did again. I don't remember what it was, but you do that again and you're out. I'm just like, okay, whatever. But when I did decide to get sober, they were a really strong support group for me. And the ironic thing is, and unfortunate thing is, both of those guys ended up relapsing, and I don't know if they got sober again or not. I haven't talked to them in years, but yeah, it's pretty good times. But the concert ticket subs, I mean, that was hilarious. Some of those concerts I went to, and with Randy, I know for sure I went and saw Eddie Money with Randy. We saw Crocus Dokken, I think, together. I think we did see Ace Frehley. I think it was Ace Frehley, Y&T, and Faster Pussycat, I think, because Randy was working at Mainstream Records at the time, and he was able to get me a signed Ace Frehley album cover with all four members on it. I don't know what the hell happened to that thing. I think I still have it somewhere in a box. But I mean, right now, you got two of the members of that band that are no longer with us. Obviously, Ace Frehley, and then John Reagan, who was the bass player in that particular lineup. He passed away. So I really, really hope I can find that. And then I have some other autographs. I have the Outfield. Remember the band, the Outfield? I don't want to lose your love tonight. That band, I got their autographs at Mainstream. Kick Axe, I think Randy and I went to that. Got Kick Axe's autographs. I think that was at Brookfield Square. Yeah, I don't know. It's been so long, but I think that was where we got the autographs there. And then I got an autograph. I got autographs of this band from Milwaukee called the Frogs, and I mentioned the Frogs before. They're this really, oh boy, what's the best way to describe them? Weird Al Yankovic on steroids. Look them up if you want. I know they have stuff on Amazon and stuff like that, but their lyrics, let's say, are quite edgy. May not be your cup of tea. But these were two guys back in the 80s and 90s who were just doing their own thing, making their own little records. And unbeknownst to them at the time, bands like Pearl Jam and Smashing Pumpkins and all these guys, all these bands were like into these two guys from Milwaukee, and they ended up opening up for Pearl Jam at the Marcus Amphitheater during Summerfest one year. I mean, they were weird. It was two brothers, Dennis and Jimmy Fleming, and Jimmy would wear, he was a guitar player, singer. Well, Dennis sang too, if you want to call it singing, and played drums standing up. And Jimmy would wear like wings on his, he would come out with like wings strapped to his body. And I never saw them live myself though. Oh, that's the one thing I'm kicking myself. I wish I would have saw those guys live. But unfortunately, Dennis passed away. He drowned in Wind Lake down in Racine County, Wisconsin. And I remember the guitar player in the band I was in at the time, he went to the funeral. It was actually at the same chapel that my mom and my grandma were laid out in. They had the service in the visitation, the same place. And he said that, you know, like Billy Corgan was there from Smashing Pumpkins, and I think he said a couple guys from Pearl Jam were there. And yeah, just a sad thing. He jumped, he dove off a boat. They were in a boat on the lake. He dove into the water and he never came back up. And Jimmy continued to do the Frogs with, I believe, Evan Dando from the Lemonheads. I mean, he still does stuff, kind of, sort of. He lives down in Texas now, I think Austin. But yeah, that's one band I wish I would have seen. We are in Manitowoc, the city of Manitowoc. Go look for the downtown area, shall we? We're pretty close. That was kind of an Adam the Woo reference. Rest in peace. Yesterday was 2 months, the 2-month anniversary since he passed. Yeah, oh yeah, we're right by downtown. Okay. There's a place here in Manitowoc that I don't know if it's still here or not, but it's like a bed and breakfast, but it's called like a dead and breakfast. It's like a paranormal type of you try to sleep, and they do all sorts of stuff during the night. I don't know if it's still here though. I know it's here somewhere, or it was here somewhere, and I'd like to find it and maybe do that. I don't know if you can film it though. Okay, downtown Manitowoc. What do we got going on? I haven't been here in quite a while. Nice old buildings though. Very nice. The Capitol Theater. Legally Blonde. Legally Blonde the musical. What? Starring Blondie. Kidding. I have no idea who stars in that. Legally Blonde the musical. They got a musical for everything. I remember seeing the musical for Evil Dead and hearing the soundtrack. Oh, there's that submarine that you probably can't go on today because it's Monday. I hate being I gotta pick a different day to film because Mondays are just, nothing's open. That's the Wisconsin Maritime Museum right over there. Sorry I didn't show you, folks. I'm driving and I'm not familiar with the downtown area. I will come back and do Manitowoc at some point. You know, I try to avoid the bigger cities, the big cities. I'd like to show more of the places where people don't get to visit, you know. Not saying you're going to visit here, but Strand Adventures, Choose Your Adventure, Bounce Houses, Rock Climbing, Laser Tag. Huh. Gas $2.49. All right. Well, that was Manitowoc. I will come back and do the big cities, do like Milwaukee, do more of Milwaukee. There's so much to cover in Milwaukee. I could do 25. Oh, look at that house. Oh, it's an art museum. Rar West Art Museum. Nice. Sorry for the camera shaking, folks. I'm trying to hold it and... All right. Back to where it was. Ooh, the roads. Very bouncy. Hey. How many miles have we put on so far today? 69.2. All right, so we're heading north out of... And, of course, I've got a car. It's 25 here, guys, so I don't know what you want me to do. There's a car up my patoot. And I'm going 25. 26, actually. I am speeding. What is that? All right. You know what? I think I'm going to call this one done. In the can. Because I'm getting pretty close to where I want to go. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by and for commenting. I appreciate you. Please give it a like. I see there are some likes. I appreciate that, folks, very, very much. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and this is your first time visiting. Check out my playlists. I've got, like I said, between 650 and 700 episodes, I think, of this channel, going all the way back to 2020. And, yeah. Thanks for stopping by this morning on this Monday morning and joining me for a little jaunt. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. I like to do them every once in a while. So, again, thanks again for coming along, folks. I am Yogi. Take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Thank you so very, very much for stopping by. And until the episode tonight, 5 o'clock p.m., Abandon, Wisconsin, I am out of here. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. And a good day, since it's only 10:50.